You're watching Iowa's Food Diary with Nash Roe on the CW Iowa 23.
City gold on a windshield glow, radio low but the bass moves slow. Street lights flick like a coded sign. Every little part says more than time. You say less but I hear it clear. In the quiet space when you're near. Every breath, every sideways glance feels like half of a second chance. You play calm like you don't confess, but your rhythm slips through the press. I don't need every word you choose. I can read what you never use.
Welcome to this episode of Iowa's Food Diary right here on the CW. I'm Nash Roe, the host and executive producer, and we are just near Saylorville Lake in Polk City, Iowa, to try out Arcadia, the winner of the Des Moines Register's Best Burger in Iowa poll. So, Michael, welcome to the show.
My name is Michael Nguyen. We're located in Polk City, Iowa. I didn't go to culinary school. I grew up working at my aunt's restaurant in Ames. She had a while back. I decided I don't know what I want to do in life, so I went to Iowa State, graduated there in a hospitality management degree. That was during COVID. So COVID hit and took an office job and decided that I really can't sit still. Let's go back to the restaurant industry, and I pitched my idea, and my two partners now, they really liked my idea and they wanted to invest in it. And that's how we opened up Arcadia in Polk City, Iowa.
And how did the name Arcadia come about?
It took us, I don't know, probably 5 to 7 months. So it's like, what do we want the restaurant to be, and we came up with Arcadia, which refers to, imaginary place with peace and simplicity. Living off the land, that makes sense because we get our beef at Megley Farms, which is probably less than a mile from our restaurant here.
New Face Renovations, a locally family-owned company using today's most innovative products for your home's exterior needs.
In 45 minutes or less, we'll give you an exact price and show you what your home's true potential could be.
Call 515-218-1160 for your free in-home visit. Protect it, beautify it,
And love where you live.
New Face Renovations.
I'm Megan Mitchum, luxury real estate advisor in the Des Moines Metro. And with over 20 years of experience, I help clients navigate high-value homes with confidence and clarity. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, I'm here as your trusted advisor. Let's connect at meganmitchum.com.
Most people don't know that we're locally owned. I've got two great guys here with me today. Tony Sconza, Jameson Wyatt are both in your hometowns. We would love nothing more than for our guests to come in and say hi to us. And when you're placing an order on the app, we would love to help you in any way we can. Come down to your local Chick-fil-A. I have no idea what to say.
Polk City might not have been the first place that people think of when it comes to destination dining for an award-winning burger shop like Arcadia. What opportunity did you see here that most people probably would have overlooked?
Yeah, so when I was searching around for a location for, my future restaurant, Polk City, is next to the marina, Saylorville, not far from Des Moines itself, probably 15, 20-minute drive. I honestly didn't want to be known as a burger restaurant in the beginning, but I did want a burger on the menu. It's just like another option. People love options, and somehow we ended up winning the burger bracket.
And kind of into that Des Moines Register burger bracket, how did that come about? I know we had talked a little bit about you just kind of found out that you made the list, and kind of how has that helped your business, if it has?
Yeah, so I got an email randomly that says, hey, you're in the Des Moines burger bracket here. And I was like, Des Moines burger bracket? And then I, looked on social media on the Des Moines Register, and there we are, and somehow won that, which is great. And yeah, business is going great right after, even during, the round process.
The Des Moines Register's Burger Bracket is a competition to determine where Des Moines residents love to eat burgers. It was formatted like an NCAA-style basketball bracket, where the local restaurants battled it out with round-by-round voting that took place from March to April of 2026. In the end, Arcadia won, establishing their Polk City restaurant as a go-to spot for fresh, local ingredients, and a modern American menu with touches of global influence.
So today we're going to be able to see your classic smash burger with your signature Arcadia sauce. What was the inspiration and motivation to put that on your menu?
With our Arcadia sauce, Chef Axel came up to me and goes, let's put some sauce on it. I'm like, you're right, that's a good idea instead of a plain burger. I was like, what was I thinking? And we both laughed about it, but Axel actually came up with the idea. We wanted something different yet similar. So, you know, you got your Big Mac, your In-N-Out burger, you know, they have their special sauce. Yeah. So we wanted to create, you know, a special sauce and call it Arcadia sauce. You know, it's a creamy, relishy, I'd say well-seasoned Arcadia sauce. And a lot of people do get the Arcadia sauce extra on the side to dip their fries in.
When you were developing your menu, how do you balance creativity with comfort foods that guests know and are comfortable eating?
You know, when we develop our menus, Axel and I sit down and some other chefs, we try to change our menu quarterly and, you know, what's trending. We do our research like, okay, so we have, you know, this cut of meat that we're using for this. Can we use it for anything else? You know, creating ideas with the team. And we do a lot of R&D here. So it's like, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? And we also do weekend features, which helps out a lot. Some of our weekend features did make it onto our menu.
How many whole cows are you buying, you know, every month, every quarter, half a year?
During the winter months, one full cow a month would pretty much last us. But with this burger competition that we wanted a Des Moines bracket, a cow and a half. The first cow would just be, you know, all the cuts, and then the other half a cow would just be all ground.
In theory, for a restaurant, is it expensive to buy an entire cow, or does it actually kind of save you money because you're getting a lot of different cuts for one price, essentially?
You know, with one cow we purchase, it does save us, you know, a lot of money. You know, if you go to the store, you know, you just want a New York strip, you know, that's a different price. For the whole cow, it's just a single price per pound, and we get all the cuts from that.
So we have some Vietnamese egg rolls that are made in-house with some sweet chili sauce, and then we have a ribeye, sweet potato fries.
This is a huge steak.
Iowa's Food Diary will be right back after the break on the CW Iowa 23.
I feel like, honestly, a lot of people don't realize how much beef you actually get when you're buying an entire cow. Like, how many pounds are you getting, you know, of meat per trip per month?
The amount of meat per cow could range anywhere between, you know, there's smaller cows. It could be like 650 pounds to almost 900 pounds. And, you know, we run through pretty much all of it.
Arcadia has become known for taking familiar dishes and then elevating them into something, you know, new and unique. What makes a dish worthy of being placed on your menu?
Definitely the taste and how we operate in the kitchen. Is it efficient enough? But with weekend features, it could be a very difficult process. But otherwise, you know, making the menu, we'd like it.
Will you walk me through the process from raw beef to a finished burger? And what are some of the most critical steps that viewers or customers might not really realize?
The process of the burger here at Arcadia, it consists of 2 3-ounce patties. We hand roll those, I would say beef balls, every day. You know, we do a ton of them, and then we sear it on our griddle to get that nice sear, and then we smash it right on there. Burger has a brioche bun, lettuce, tomato, pickle, and our caramelized onions. When people think of caramelized, it's a quick saute with a little bit of sugar, but I mean, we do all that, but we add root beer to our caramelized onions, and then top it off with Arcadia sauce and shoestring fries. Our fries, I always enjoyed, you know, very shoestring, thin cut fries. You know, they add more crunch.
Smash burgers look simple. They're very technique driven, and unfortunately, a lot of people can't get them right. So what separates your amazing smash burger from just an average one?
I would say the beef we get, getting the nice sear on a smash burger is very critical. A small kitchen, as you saw earlier, and, you know, flying through those burgers could be very tough. It's just getting that sear down.
And for your burgers, obviously quality of beef is extremely important. If it's not a secret, what is the ratio when it comes to the beef fat to actual lean meat that you use?
That question we actually don't know.
Okay.
So
All right, perfect.
Right here is Arcadia's classic smash burger featuring their signature House Arcadia sauce. This burger exceeded my expectations and lives up to its title. In my opinion, this burger is textbook to what elevated American cuisine should be. When I say this is one of the most loaded burgers I have ever tried, I mean it. The award-winning flavors and the use of fresh local ingredients really shine through. And we can't forget about those perfectly salted shoestring fries, a simple sidekick to complement an outstanding burger.
Yeah, those caramelized onions were really good. They like added enough sweet, but it wasn't like sugar on a burger, pretty much. It was really good. So every component of your burger, from the caramelized onions, the pickles, and the beef, they all serve a purpose. So how do you balance and build those layers of flavor on something that, you can pick up with your hands?
I would say, balancing the flavor on the smash burger, you don't want to overpower the sauce. You want to taste the beef itself. And then we use our burger seasoning. Some of the ingredients in it is like white pepper, paprika, salt, grated garlic, and obviously you don't want to over season the burger. You want it so each bite has every flavor, including the fresh tomatoes, the lettuce, pickles, and everything.
This segment is sponsored by Asbury Trucking in Exira, Iowa. Asbury Trucking is your go-to for all of your local and long-distance livestock hauling needs. Call Bob Asbury to get the wheels rolling at 712-304-0685.
At Earl's Tire, you'll find great tires, custom wheels, and auto service at great prices. When it comes to tires, we focus on the best. Head to earlstireia.com to learn more.
Commercial and residential interiors and exteriors. Iowa Stone Supply serves our state through 3 convenient locations with hundreds of options to choose from, making it your one-stop source for stone. Stop by one of our 3 convenient showroom locations or visit us online today.
Hi, my name is Ashley and this is Low Toxy. We are a clean living store here in Valley Junction. The hope is to make finding clean products simple for you. Low Toxy, safe made simple.
I wanted a smash burger rather than, your, I would say, quarter pound or half pound beef patty. I wanted something that, that could fit in someone's hand. It's not outrageously big. I would say smash burgers are very common now, but when we first opened this restaurant, I didn't see very smash burgers around here in this area.
Coming up after the break, our conversation continues at Arcadia in Polk City, where Michael shares more about his story, his menu, and the goals he has as they continue to grow. And later, you'll get to see an exclusive interview with the owner of the Story City Locker, the same butchery that processes Arcadia's beef, to learn more about the butchery operations that go into producing meat for restaurants. Iowa's Food Diary will be right back after the break on the CW Iowa 23.
When a guest takes their first bite of an Arcadia burger, what experience are you hoping that they have?
The experience, I would say a big wow reaction. When I'm eating a burger, I like to taste the beef patty, of course. Otherwise, if it's overly seasoned, it could just taste like, just seasoning and there's no beef flavor to it. Yeah, so we get our cow from Meckley Farms, which is, less than a mile away from here. They process that at Story City Meat Locker. They do all the butchering, hanging the beef, and then I go pick it up once a month. Sometimes it can be 2 trips. Sometimes I can make it in 1, but it's a lot of meat.
All of the beef coming through Arcadia's doors comes from a local farm, Meckley Farms in Polk City, just about a mile from Michael's restaurant. Meckley Farms processes their meat at the Story City Locker, and I got the opportunity to conduct a virtual interview with the owner of the Story City Locker, Ty, to learn more about how he processes animals for different restaurants and establishments like Arcadia, and the general operations for selling beef on the market.
My name is Ty Gustafson. My wife Bobby and I started the Story City Locker in 2013. We've had a lot of evolutions of our business since we opened it, but our customers have basically told us what they needed from us, and we've obliged. We are a full-service meat locker here in Central Iowa. We are CIS certified, which that stands for Cooperative Interstate Shipment Program, which is a program that is with the USDA and the state of Iowa, and allows us to be USDA certified. So any of the products that we make for our customers can be shipped anywhere around the world. But prior to that, we were state certified, which kind of had some restrictions on where things could go then that we produced. So it's a great program, and it allows us small processors to work with small farmers to generate products that they can reach out with, because a lot of them have online stores and work with restaurants and chains that sometimes reach outside of the state of Iowa. We're right here in the center of Iowa. A lot of the small processors are around the borders, so it helped them a lot to have that as well. When we start working with a new farm, we really want to get to know the farmer because that tells us a lot about what their goals are and how we can help guide them through that process, from us converting their livestock into meat that they can sell and where they can sell it and what type of products maybe would work for their farm.
So when you're cutting beef specifically for a restaurant like Arcadia, how does that differ, if any, from what you would prepare for a home freezer kind of customer?
Yeah, so Arcadia, they break down a lot of their primals, so we'll give them a lot of boneless primals. So the boneless rib roast, the boneless loin, the sirloin and things like that, and they'll cut their steaks and things like that they need for what they're serving at the restaurant. Most places don't have, a lot of grocery stores even don't have bone saws to be able to cut bone-in cuts. And the same with Arcadia. So they get all their primals from us boneless. But like when someone gets a quarter beef or half a beef from us, a lot of times they want the T-bone or the porterhouse and some of those. So those are, we cut those and package them so they're bone-in. The process that the chefs go through, like at Arcadia, is different for their menu and you know what they have going on at that time.
David Grimm here, local operator with Chick-fil-A. And I wanted to ask Mio, what's his favorite thing to do with the app?
My favorite thing to do on the app is earn points to redeem free rewards of your favorite entrees, sides, and desserts.
Look who's here. Cal, high five. Let's go. Make sure you say hi, because he would love nothing more than for you to eat more chicken.
At New Face Renovations, we take pride in being experts in the services that we provide. And this allows us to build long-lasting relationships with our customers. So call today for your free in-home visit, 515-218-1160.
Whether you're upsizing, downsizing, or just dreaming, I'm Megan Mitchum, your go-to for finding home in every season of life.
We are currently looking for Iowa's favorite entrepreneurs and business owners in the food and beverage industry to be featured on the next season of the locally produced television show Iowa's Food Diary on the CW Iowa 23. If you or someone you know has a great backstory and a personality, head to www.nashroe.tv to begin the casting process. Eligibility requirements apply. So how do you balance consistency on your end when you know you're providing beef for a restaurant menu, but also considering the natural variability in that comes with, you know, working and breaking down whole animals?
The consistency goes back to the restaurant, and then they've created a relationship with the Meckleys. They know the quality that they have, and they know this is what we want to serve in our restaurant. And that is, we set up a schedule a year ahead of time, so that way we can have a continuous supply for Arcadia and what they need to do for their menu and for their restaurant.
Iowa's Food Diary will be right back after the break on the CW Iowa 23.
animal welfare is important. That's the worst part of our job. Everybody here will admit to that. The conversion from livestock to meat, that part of it. All of our pens and our holding areas have been designed with information from Temple Grandin. If you're not familiar with Temple Grandin, she's created most of the animal welfare documentation and standards. Is important when it comes to the livestock is that, they've been on the farm the entire life. They get onto a trailer and come to our place. It's completely different. Our goal is to lessen the stress. We don't restrain the animals whatsoever during the process of stunning or that. So it's all done with the intent of not releasing any adrenaline or having any stress on the animal. That's important when it comes to meat quality and also just in being a good person, I guess, in relation to working with livestock.
So you offer more than burgers. Would you tell me just a little bit more about your menu?
Chef Axel actually brought out some of the items.
Oh gosh.
So we have some Vietnamese egg rolls that are made in-house with some sweet chili sauce. And then we have a ribeye with sweet potato fries and broccolini with chicken broth.
Opening a restaurant like Arcadia under any circumstance can be difficult. What are some of the biggest obstacles that you face while bringing Arcadia to life?
Working on a small flat top griddle to make all these burgers, to be, having efficient, to, have it go out on time. We don't just use the griddle for burgers. We use it for, our tacos, our chimichurri tacos. It's just trying to be efficient enough to serve the public and, making everyone happy.
Restaurants are constantly evolving. How has Arcadia changed from the day you opened to today?
Since we opened, it changed a lot. I would say definitely our menu, doing some R&D, see what people like around here, live music that we have on the patio, as well as our cocktail selection and some of the liquors that we have at our bar has grown a lot.
What excites you most about the next chapter of Arcadia in, 5 to 10 years?
My next chapter with Arcadia would be, currently we just bought over a food truck, continue working that food truck and, maybe eventually open, another restaurant or, another food truck.
Besides the food itself, what story are you trying to tell through Arcadia?
Go-to spot for locals or for food lovers. They could just come in here, get a smash burger or even just a drink, a hangout spot for friends and family, and definitely during the summer when the marina Sailorville is open, they would come here, after a long day out on the lake or, in between.
At Earl's Tire, you'll find great tires, custom wheels, and auto service at great prices. When it comes to tires, we focus on the best. Head to earlstireia.com to learn more.
Commercial and residential interiors and exteriors. Iowa Stone Supply serves our state through 3 convenient locations with hundreds of options to choose from, making it your one-stop source for stone. Stop by one of our 3 convenient showroom locations or visit us online today.
Ordering Chick-fil-A catering right through the app from your favorite Central Iowa locations. Choose pickup or delivery where available, add trays, meals, sides, and drinks, and you're all set. Because every gathering gets better when the chicken shows up. Chick-fil-A, home of the original chicken sandwich.
We are currently looking for Iowa's favorite entrepreneurs and business owners in the food and beverage industry to be featured on the next season of the locally produced television show Iowa's Food Diary on the CW Iowa 23. If you or someone you know has a great backstory and a personality, head to www.nashroe.tv to begin the casting process. Eligibility requirements apply.
Yeah, the food and beverage industry is very tough. Even after COVID, it's very tough. It's getting, a team together that works well as, some of the items we get. And, you're trying to balance that with labor, and all that back end stuff is very tough. And, finding the right staff to help this restaurant run as well as the food truck.
'Cause every time that I try to run from the love, it's like I fall right back into your arms. No, I can't live without your touch. No, it's like I can't escape your love. Escape your love. Escape your love. Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Iowa's Food Diary right here on the CW. I'm Nash Roe, the host and executive producer. It has been a pleasure to bring you to Arcadia in Polk City. And if you're in the Des Moines Metro, I highly recommend making a trip up, whether you're on the lake this summer or just, for the fun of it. It's not too far from the Des Moines Metro, and I highly recommend it.
We'll see you next time for the Season 3 finale of Iowa's Food Diary, right here on the CW.